Hello, hi everybody. Today we're gonna go all over the place and it's gonna be really fun. I'm super excited. So I've got some new stuff that I wanted to show you. Oh, helpful if it's not upside down. So I went to a local thrift store yesterday and got this package of maps. I haven't even opened it yet. Let's take a look. It is from an old atlas. And I'm super excited that we can use these. I have no idea what year this is from. I did not look, but maybe we can figure it out. Huh. We'll have to figure out where this goes. Maybe that will help us by the number of presidents that it shows. But anyway, so we've got that to use. From the same place, I got a big old bag, $5, a big old bag of stuff. And so it's kind of fun when it takes me back to being a kid and getting the grab bags. I used to think that was the greatest thing ever when my mom would say, okay, that I could get one. So now that I'm a grown-up, I can get one whenever I want. So in it were some of these paper packs, and these Cottage Garden. These come from Temu, and they're only a couple of dollars, if I recall. I did get one other pack like this directly from Temu, and I think that's what it was, $1.50, $2, something like that. So there's some really cool papers in here that I want to use for our project today. Not sure how long today's is going to be. I'm kind of just going to sit down and get started and start crafting, and hopefully we make some good progress today. I'm hoping that you'll craft along with me. I've been wondering, should I organize better and have all my stuff? I mean, I have it kind of close, but should I have it all picked out and decided? And then I thought, no, because if I do that, then, and you want to craft along, then you're thinking, well, I've moved along. So I think we're okay. So this is something that I started a couple of days ago and recognized the thing from the same thrift store. I got these a while ago, and they're 50 cents. They're just these little pocket portfolio type things for holding your mail. So I thought, well, that'll be a fun little project cover, and it's already folded. So what I did was I took off the elastic cover, and then on the inside, what I've gotten done so far is I cut down the center. I didn't want it to be twice this wide because I'm not going to fill it with that much stuff. So I cut down the center and just glued them together, one on top of the other. So we got a half width spine, and then I covered the inside with some papers. And then this, I had some glassine envelopes and left the the flap on the front one and took the flap off all the others. And then what you do is you lay them one on top of each other and you glue down the center and down the side. And what you end up with is this little expandable, oh, did I glue some together? Some might have gotten stuck. Let's see. I've had it closed for just a bit. Oh no. Do we have a disaster? If we do, we'll fix it. Probably should have. There we go. We're good. We're good. So yeah, so they pull out like this, and then you can put all kinds of different goodies in there. This one doesn't expand out as much because the back one you glue on all four sides. So that one doesn't pull out as much. So this is going to, what is it? It's going to be like a little travel journal. So The other thing I did, there was a double layer of this thick brown on here, and I took it off and I was trying real careful not to rip it, and then I'm like, well, this is supposed to be our grungy travel journal, so does it matter if it's a little rippy? Absolutely not. So this is what we are working on today. In this side, so far I've just taken a piece of cardstock, cut it in half, folded it in half, rounded the corners, and this is going to be a small journal that just tucks in the bottom. And I found these weekly time tickets that look quite old. I don't know if they're vintage or not, but they look old. At that same craft store, one of my favorite, thrift stores, one of my favorites, and that's just going to tuck in there for some more interest. So we're just going to keep going with this and see what else we decide to put on. Now I will show you my inspiration for this. I mentioned that I had gone to a new scrapbooking store in a town close by, and I had gotten these little frames. They are by, where'd I put them? 49 and Market. And so they've got kind of the map coordinates on there. And then this is one of the photo booth, or what are they called? Photo booth. Let's see. Photomatic from Tim Holtz. There's a whole bunch of these in here. And I thought this lady, she looks like a traveler. And she looks like she's got some secrets. Maybe she's a spy. I don't know. We'll decide as we're going. So this is going to go in here, and this is going to go on our front cover, because this is going to be her travel journal. As we're walking through it and putting stuff together, maybe we'll figure out what she does. All right, so let's decide what else we want to put in here. Like I said, we're just winging it today. Let me pull some of these out. If it gets too out of control, we can say we're gonna stop and for the day and do a part 2. But how cool are these tiny papers? Now I know these aren't truly vintage, but they look cool, and so that makes me happy. So we're gonna go with that guy. Are we in? Yeah. Definitely want to use that. Old library cards. That's cute. Anything else? Family grocers. Okay. Something about shipments. Okay, so love those. Those are really cool. Set those to the side. And let's pick a few more. So grab your, this might be the same. That's the same packet. Okay. So grab your papers and your scraps and pull them out and see what you might want to play with today. Oh, come on. Okay. Like I said, maybe we'll work on our little journal here. Maybe we'll put some papers in there, decorate the front. We'll do something fun. This guy's got a lot of really pretty little postcards. And obviously I don't know how old or how long this has been sitting at the post office, at the thrift store. But there's a good chance that these might still be available. So if you see something that you really like, that, because, a traveling lady might need to send a postcard. We'll just pull a couple of these out. I don't know which ones we'll use just yet. They've got some really beautiful images on some of these. Take that guy out. And, ooh, I like that green. Super cool. Oh no, it's Lejeune. We all know about being at Camp Lejeune. Okay. All right. We might not want to send her there. Maybe that's not where we want her postcard to come from. Okay. All right. Focus and pay attention. Let's see. What other things could we do to put some space in here? We could do a little, you know, and these don't have to stay on. They're on there for now, but we can take them off if we decide we want to. We can do a little folded pocket up here. Let's do that. That's always fun. We'll make a little folded pocket, and let's pick a paper to do that. This is the one that we've got already, so we don't want that. I'd like to use some of that map on the vintage map on a journal card. So let's not do map. How about this one? Annexed real estate and personal property. So let's use that. Okay, we're going to need to cut it down, and that is okay. Where do we want to go? Do we want it to open? No, since this opens sideways and this is going to open sideways, let's do this one this way. All right, so let's see where we need to cut it. I really don't want to lose. This stuff's pretty cool, so we're going to go ahead and cut it on the other side. Let me grab my pencil. And I think if we cut it right about here, cut it here, that gives us a little bit of space here, a little bit of space there. So let's do that. Let's put this down there. And now, do I want it to seem a little bit tattery? I think I do. So let's go ahead, and maybe it won't make that big of a difference. This is pretty thick paper. I'm going to not do our trick of putting magazine down behind it. So let's see. Little bit of fraying, but not a ton, so that's okay. All right, keep this to the side. We know we'll use that. And let's take our scoreboard out so we can get nice folds here. So I'm gonna grab my little scoreboard. I don't have a great big 12-inch scoreboard for the big papers, but I don't think they're super expensive. So let's go. Let's see, how long is this? This is about 8. We're gonna leave a little bit of room. So let's go, how about a 2-inch pocket? Let's go 2 inches for our pocket, for the bottom one. So when you start scoring, you want it's going to end up like this, right? So you got to decide what you want on the bottom, what you want on your top flap, and then score it that way, because you want your top flap to be a little bit bigger than your bottom one. So we went 2 there. Do we want to go 3? Will be too much because that's going to leave, it's too close to half. It might be exactly half. All right, so let's go. How about if we go 2.5, what will we have left? One, I can't see the numbers. 1, 2, 3, probably 3.25, about 3.25. So let's go 2.5. And that will also, oh, forget it. 2 and 5/8. 2 and 5/8. Come on, math today. 2 and 5/8. That'll give us a good amount of fold down, but enough of a little pocket that we are going to be in good shape. So before I use my bone folder to really get it down, I want to make sure that my edges are lined up. Okay. And then let's do the same here. Sometimes when you're doing your scoring, it can get just a little tiny bit off, which is fine. You can fix it here. All right, how's that look for us? Cute. And pretty close to perfect. That's not going to be exact. That's okay. If it bothers us, we can cover it up so that you won't notice. I want to get my corner rounder out and round the top corners. I like to do it upside down so that I can see that I've got it clear into the corner there. Otherwise you get wonky sides. Okay. All right, so there's that, and let's do some inking. I've used Vintage Photo, and then I believe this is tea dye. I think I want to stick with Vintage Photo. Let's grab our thing here. Little darker, and we can do some ground espresso too to go even darker if we choose. Yeah, I like that. And I ink all our edges that are going to show. Don't forget the inside for when you open up your flap. Got my little bit of glare there. I got to remember to cover that up. Oh, you're not going to see that. That's okay. We don't mind. And if you don't want to ink, definitely don't have to. I like it. I think it just adds a little bit of like a finishing touch to it. Although we're certainly going to decorate, so it isn't finished, but I think it just looks nice. Let's see how that's gonna look here on our, use that to hold that side down. I like it. And if we choose, we can always go ahead and leave that on, fold it up. It'll protect the edges a little bit, although it's not super close. Do we want this close here so we can put, I think I like it down there a little bit so we can do some stamping up there, of course, because we love stamping. Now I did get these little bottles with the super tiny pins and the better, so I have better control over my glue, but I was too excited to get started on this other stuff to actually move my glue into it, so we are just going with what we've got for right now. And I'm going to try real hard to not get too much glue on here. So I'm going to go the tiniest of squeeze. Okay. All right. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a little half circle in here to make that easier to see. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it that way. But let's decorate this up a little bit before we put it in there. So, let me get some of this stuff out of my way. Let's see, got a couple of little things here. Let's see what we might have that looks a little travel-y related in this group of ephemera. Let's see, public schools. Oh, that's kind of cool. I can't quite read it, but that's okay. Prescriptions. Oh, we got to use that somewhere because that's pretty cool. Buttons. Drawing and painting. That looks like something that could come in handy. Ooh, I like that number. Nothing super big. This came with these little bitty books. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with these little books, but man, they're so cute. All right. What else might we want? Oh, that. I don't know what it says, but it looks like a ticket of some sort. Could use that. These. There's a theater ticket. Anything here? Well, that certainly is travel related. Ooh, railway. We won't have to go through all of these, I promise. We're just doing some. I like that, but I don't think that goes with our colors. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's neat. Okay, let's go with some of these for now. Let's pull out also our tickets. Where are you, tickets? Did I rearrange? I might have rearranged a little bit and then forgot what I did with stuff. Where are you? Oh, come on, that is not helpful. Oh, no, I didn't. They're just at the bottom. I'm just going to throw a bunch of tickets out because we might want to use them. Okay. Set these over here. And also stamps. We'll do some background stamping, I think. But for this, let's just go ahead and pick. Do we got any orange in there? I like this one. That's a passenger from a... from a train. Let's go with this ticket. I don't ever use this little hand, pointing hand, but they're so cool, so we're going to use them today. Remitter, a little red in there. That is nothing. Oh, here's a nice date. I'm going to keep that there. Let's use that. Get these out. All right, what else do we need on here, on the outside? So, what do we want to be our focal point? I really think that's pretty cool. Let's decide on that. Should this go under? That looks pretty cool. Maybe he's pointing this way. And that might be too much orange. Yes. Okay. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to move it here so we have some idea. We're just going to make some decisions and go with it because we might be here all day. Not that that's a bad thing. Maybe that would be great to be here all day. I'm going to go ahead and go darker on these. I'll get ink all over my fingers while I'm, yep. I'm putting that on. All right. Get rid of that white core of the paper. Oh, look, it's got a little bend in the side, which just makes it look older. I love it. Darker on this guy. And our little finger here. I wonder what the story is behind the pointing hand. There's got to be a story because it's everywhere in, you know, vintagey and steampunk, and it is super common. So there's got to be some sort of reason for that. Do we want that on top or underneath? I can't remember if we looked at that. I think underneath, and I don't want it to cover that number. All right, this guy first. I'm going to open him up. Light squeeze. Oh, what did I do? I didn't put the lid back on is what I did. Okay. Or didn't do, I guess. I'm getting glue all over my fingers and everything already, which is fine. Because that is not new news. We know that's happening. Okay. And I said we didn't want to cover up the number. Let's use that line to keep us straight. This line right here. Okay. Now, this gorgeous thing. Whoa. Where'd you go? Into my desk. We don't want him to go in the desk. All right. Now, I don't want to cover up too much of this because that's one of the most interesting parts, in my opinion, of that paper. So let's go here. Is he straight-ish mostly? Close. And close enough. All right, finger. Oh, I can't get all the way to the end and still hold it. Oh, now where do we want him so he's not covering all the cool stuff? How about there? That works. I think it works. Okay, the tiniest bit of adjustment. You don't have much time for your adjustment here with this art glitter glue. That is for sure. Okay, next. We definitely want something on here that's going to look very cool. Let's put our cap back on so we don't have that happen every single time we want to use it. What do we want on there? How about destination? Oh, maybe I haven't used this one yet. Oh, I surely have not. Okay, now, there you are. Let's see if it manages that this isn't dirty since I haven't used it. No, maybe it's just my block. This wipe is still wet from when I cleaned my desk, so better. Oh, come on. And to bring out or because of the black in here. Let's go black with this guy. Okay. We'll go middle-ish. And if it's not perfect, then that is okay. Oh, I love it. So cool. Now, I think we need a little star, and I think our star should be red. I'm not, yeah, so this is Festive Berries, but it comes off real red. And I don't know if that's just because I have completely oversaturated when I re-inked, which is certainly as likely as anything else. So likely so. But I like it. All right, little star. And you are going to go, I like it down, but I kind of want it overlapping. There. I think that works for us, guys. Okay. So there's this. Now, let's do our bottom flap, and we'll put some sort of closure on here. Not sure what yet. Oh, that must not have been quite dry. Oh, well, now we have a little smear. That's okay, because this is a travel journal and things smear. Where did, oh, here it is. I was going to say, where did our London Bridge go? And where do we want it? About right there. So, okay. A little more on the side than, or on the bottom than on the side. Let's not put it upside down. We could make it a tuck, but it might be just a little bit too small. So instead of overthinking it, we're just going to go for it, and we're going to glue the whole thing down. All right, and we said a little more on the bottom than the side, but it wasn't a lot. So we've got that guy lined up, and do we need anything right there? Perhaps a little ticket. A little bit of red. Peeking out. Nah. Green. Meh. I don't know. What else do we got? I don't know, guys. I don't know. There. That's what we're going to do. We're going to add don't mind me. I'm just overthinking. No. Nope, nope, nope. We already said we were going to do this. We're going to do this. Okay. Let's get this guy on there. Just a little bit of glue. And we're going to put it at an angle because we're going to try to have some extra interest. Yep, you can see enough of that. Okay, now we need some sort of closure, but what do we want to do? We could do, well, we already glued this, so we can't do a brad down there. A lot of people use the little circle Velcros. I don't think I have any. I thought I did, but I don't think I do. here is where the extra overthinking comes in. Let's see what our options are. So we've got Brad's, we've got let's see. Oh, is there a place to... What if we did something really simple? Oh, if I can get this open. Like, where are my little... What if we did something simple? Like just a little paper clip that then you can pull off. Oh, but then putting it back in would be difficult. I feel like there's got to be a good way to do this. Or do we just leave the paper clip on there like this and let the weight hold it down? We can, let's do more bone folding. See if we get this. Better. Okay, we're just gonna go with that for this. Since we can't put a Brad on both sides. I was thinking we could do a little policy closure. Oops, sorry guys. I was thinking we could do a little policy closure, but I don't think so. And we could, let's jazz this little thing up just the tiniest amount with some twine. Maybe. Let's see what that would look like if I can get it through there. I could take the paper clip off and it would be easier. Well, let's. I don't want anything too huge. And we can certainly cut it down. Oh, I'm helpful if I was in the right location here for you. All right. Oh, come on now. All right, there's one knot. And I always forget which one went over the top the first time. Now let's see if we like that. Trim this. Break through it a little bit and make that more interesting, perhaps. We might hate it and just say, forget it. We're going to do just a single. I don't think it's terrible. We're going to leave it for now. We can change it later if we decide to. All right. Now, inside. What are we putting inside? I think... Is that going to fit? No, that's too big. This has to live in there, clearly. Let's do that and this. Maybe we don't need to do a super ton. No, this one's a little off center. Let's get that to the side and use this one instead. Let's ink her up a little. I'll get a little dry here. All right. I don't even think we need to glue it down. I think we just put it here under our paper clip. And then I know it's rather small, but then, you know, it's like a hidden journal spot. This little ticket here is just, it's a stamp that I've got. And so if you want to make tickets, you can do your stamp. And then this is just a hole punch on each end. And it looks, you know, just like a ticket. And then you can make as many as you want in whatever colors you want. As complex or plain as you want. And it makes it nice to be able to do that. Like I've said, sometimes I don't feel like spending the money or feel like leaving the house, and I want to craft, so it's nice to have some options there to do this kind of little stuff. Not upside down, come on. I don't know why I'm struggling with that. It's got plenty of room. All right, there you go, your little ticket to go to Boston. All right, now let's get this into our main piece. I have got to figure out how to keep track of where that I cannot there where the reflection is, so you don't have to look at it. But if I move it too far, the light too far, then you can't see what we're doing, and that is also not helpful. So it's a balancing act, I suppose. All right, so let's put this fella in here like so. It will open up. You got your, love it. Okay. Again, I don't know why everything that I'm putting on here is a he. This belongs to Our Lady Traveler, possibly Spy. So maybe her stuff should be hers. Maybe this should be a she. Apologies for the silence. I'm trying to not squeeze too much glue. I think today is going to be the day that I put my glue in my other... Oops, look at that. What a disaster I am. I'm going to put my glue in the other bottle later today. I was just too excited to get going. All right, so I am going to try to get this centered before I let it fall, or mostly centered anyway. Okay. All right. How we looking? Opens fine, stays pretty closed. And if it pops out a little bit, that's fine, because we've got all kinds of room. If we can see. Yep, all kinds of room in there. So I am thinking that we'll do some larger like big signature pages, so that there is a full journal here in the middle. I think that would be fun. But I haven't got the paper cut for that yet. And it's fun to do the decorating as well. So let's decide what we want to do here on this page. We can put any number of great things in there, but how do we want to decorate the outside? I am thinking... Now we could put a lot of this paper inside, so we have that option. I really like this graph paper too, so that would fit there. I'm very fond of this ticket to be on there. What else do we want? I could pull more of the red down here, but would that be too overly balanced with up top? Or do we care because we could toss something like that on there? Yeah, let's do that. And we can do some stamping. All right. Stick with the darker here, I think. Now, because this paper is so thin, we're going to use glue stick on this. Oops. Making a little bit of a mess with that, but that's okay. Maybe we want this to be folded and a little bit messy too. There. A little extra something. Let's ink this guy. Okay. This thing needs to stay out of my way. So it is Friday, January 5th. Burning some more time off at work. I swear I have a job. I really, really do. I just got another little short week. Sometimes when things are crazy for most of the year, I make the mistake of not using a whole lot of my time off, and then, I mean, I'm not going to lose it or anything, but it is nice to make sure, even if it has to be at the end of the year, that you take a little break and some downtime. Come on, stamp. I want an agent stamp on there. Or do I want it up here? Uh-oh, here we go with our indecisive. As if it's your guys' problem and not mine. I am being indecisive, and now I can't find my block. Where did I put you, block? Okay, I literally just had it. Oh, here we go. Alrighty. Get that out of the way. This over there. Here is my glue page. For stamping. There's my block. There's the other block that was in my book. So this is one of those books that I told you about, a vintage book that I use, and then got to looking, and some of these stories in here are not the most pleasant of stories. So I'm going to use this as a glue page. I had never heard of that until kind of recently, and it's less wasteful than the wax paper, because you just glue right on this page, and when it gets sticky, you just fold it in half. You can still use the other sides for, double thickness or whatever. It's not like it can't be used, but it's helpful because then it's also quick. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, look, I'm moving stuff everywhere. Oh, maybe not the best plan. Okay, over here on the other side of the book. Sometimes the things that should be super simple actually get complicated and hard for who knows why. A little bit of wiggle room. All right. Now, I've not used glassine bags, but very often. I hope that it sticks okay. If it doesn't, I'll come back and re-glue it with something else. This one was going to go under. And I want our agent stamp on there. Let's see if that's got any stick left. Kinda. Does doesn't need a lot, just enough to not fall off with what I'm doing. And now I think I got my book over my black ink. No, I don't. There it is. Sometimes I don't understand how I lose everything. Anybody in the world that knows me knows I lose everything. I can have a place where something belongs. I can put it there and it disappears. I know I put stuff back. I just know I do. And it just disappears. All right, so what do we want on the top of this? It needs something because it can't just... All right, how about name of remitter? Stick that on there. There. I like it. All right, let's glue this guy down. He is thicker, so we're going to use our better stickier glue. Not too much though, because if it is, you know, wetter than, it's not super wet, but it is wetter than a glue stick. And so, oh my God, don't glue it on upside down. What a nut. It's wetter than the glue stick, so it will cause a little bit of wrinkling, not a lot, but it does cause a little bit, and you can see it kind of on these glassine bags. So just a touch, and it's the bag, not the, I missed an edge. Let's see if we can get another dab in there. Oh yeah, that's more than a dab. Squashing out everywhere. Grab that quick. Okay, got it. I don't remember what I was saying. Something. Oh, that it's the bag, not the paper, that gets a little bit of a wrinkle. Okay, next is this guy. There's so many different things I want to play with today. I want to play with that fun paper. I might make some more of those dangles that we did. God, was that earlier? What am I doing? Earlier this week or late last week? I think it was early this week. All right, we're about right here. Because those were fun, and I think that they'll look really neat with some of these new papers that I got. And there's so many of them, right? There's tons and tons of those papers, so I've got plenty. And our dangles from, where did I put them? Here they are. Our little dangles from earlier, if we remember. Let's grab them out. They were, you know, a little dark, not super dark. That one might even look cool here. But they were a little dark, so I think I want to go a little bit lighter. Oh, that's pretty. I can't focus. So I might want to make some that are a little bit lighter. All right, and this guy was going to go right there. Let's poke a tiny hole in him because I think that would be cute. Are you going to stay? I don't know. A little hole. Let's go right here. Okay. That looks legit. Okay. I'm going to cover up too much of the cool stuff. All right. Now, I'm not in the best spot, am I? Sorry about that. Let's get our glue stick out. Now, is there anything else that we want to do on here? I don't necessarily know that this needs anything. There's always the option to cut it off too, if it kind of gets in the way and it's annoying. What else do we want to do with this? I don't know if I should start on over here or if that's going to be too long. Although I guess we could call them side 1 and side 2 and just make 2 different videos. Would give me a minute to think about what the next piece on here should be. Let's get our blue thing out of the way. And we could, we could make some signatures for here. 1 signature is probably enough. It shouldn't be too terribly bulky, especially if we're going to do big ones for the middle here. That's going to be fumbly for me. I probably won't tape that. I haven't done a journal this tall before. I've only done little bitty ones. So that might be one that I want to practice and not embarrass myself too terribly much. But having that in the middle and having that in place would give us some more stuff to do for sure. We can make pockets and do that fun stuff. So let's give us a few more minutes on this one. I don't know what's going to go up there. I'll have to think about that. If anything, maybe it's just going to be, I don't know, something. Let's go ahead and decorate the front of this, because that'll be fun. Let's see, I've already got the corners rounded. Where can I set this so that I can see it as a reference, but not that it's in my way? Let's see. The other thing that we have, that I still have, is all these little pieces cut down, so we can definitely do some tags out of these. Plus we've got the other cool paper. There's the dog. 1 second. Okay, back at it. Now, what do we want in here? We can decorate the inside, we can decorate the front, we can put a little something on the back if we want. Oh, I thought I got something on there, it's just on the paper. You know what might be cute? Let's see. I've got these little, I cannot remember where I saw how to do this, but it's kind of the weirdest thing. These little things, I don't know if you can see, they look like metal-ish, like rusted metal. It's paper with glue, paint, and cinnamon. It's the wildest thing. But that might look kind of cool up here with, I haven't used any of them yet, and I'm kind of dying to. But I think we would want something that identifies it. A ticket, not that. Let's see. What do we want? I don't have any. Ooh, here, let's do this. Because this is like a little, I mean, it's going to have the main journal. This is, I don't know, maybe a little, oh, I can't even think of the words. A journal that you take with you, that'll pop out a little extra. Let's see if I just scrap a piece of paper and see if we can get, that would work. I'd really rather have something a little bit more plain old. Might be too thin. I have 80 bazillion scraps and can't find one that I want to use. I swear, I just took one off the top of my desk. I'll throw it in here. No. All right, well, we're just gonna grab. Oh. Yeah, I just can't find anything. All right, this is it. This is what we're using because I'm gonna get impatient. Let's go. Is that too big? That might be too big. Let's go with the slightly smaller one. There it is. Better. Okay, so we're gonna go in black. I push that down too hard every time. Okay. Now, this will be like a field notebook. That's what it is. Duh, I've got field notes all over in front of me. All right, now, let's see if we can glue that guy on. And if it will stay. Let's cut him out. Sometimes it is quicker to just, especially if you have your stamps handy, instead of digging, if you have something in your mind that you think you want, sometimes it's faster to just make it real quick than to dig through all your various junk looking for it. All right. Let's see if that will stick to this. I think I want to use the 3-in-1 because it is the stickiest, gooeyest of the glues that I have. So let's get a good amount on here because it's gonna have to go over those bumps. And all right, come on down. Here it comes. It's gonna have to go over all those bumps. And the different layers. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to pull this closer to me so I can see if I'm close to even. This gives you a little bit of wiggle room, but I think that's pretty close. All right. Let's hold him down for a second and see what that does. And then, while that is grabbing, we need to pick some brads. Let's go, let's see, would the bigger ones be too big? Or are those okay? Oh, I don't hate either one. The big one might be a little bit obnoxious. Let's stick with the littles. And I'll grab another one of the same color. Did I get a hold of it? Yep, I did. Okay. Exactly place this. Let's go about a 1/2 inch from each side. gotta stand up and make sure that's straight. That looks pretty straight. All right, I'm gonna mark. And I think we'll want to glue it as well, but let's go ahead and get our pokey and our little sponge. Oh my gosh, where am I? Oh, there they are. They're shiny. I can kind of see them. Let's go ahead and put our hole there and here. All right. Put that back so he doesn't get lost and I don't get stabbed. Now the back side is just regular paper. It doesn't have any of that wonky metal effect on it. So I want to use the glitter glue for this. I want to glue it down first. We are going to put the brads all the way through, but I do want to glue it down first because I don't want the edges curling up and having it tear off. I'd be sad. I don't want to be sad about crafts. Okay. Go around there. And don't put it on upside down. I'm going to open this up so I can see what I've got going on here. Oh, don't get it crooked, lady. Come on. All right. That's the most I got for wiggle room, but I think we're good. All right. Ooh, this is fun. This is not one that I've done before, and it's fun. That has grabbed well. Let's go ahead and poke our brads through and open them up and stick that. Oh, come on. Oh, there. Since I just did the pokey and not an actual hole, it's a little tight getting them in, but that's okay. It's not tight enough that it's going to rip the paper. And we'll put something across that. What do we think? Oh, I love it. That's pretty cool. I have not inked the edges yet. Let's do that so we can get the, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Let's get the effect that I don't think we're going to need to put anything else on the front, to be honest, because I think that is a pretty bold enough statement. Oh yeah, the ink just makes the difference, in my opinion. And we'll just go ahead and do the whole thing while we're at it. Oh, got a little heavy on that. That's all right. Nobody died. Sometimes that's just how we have to judge how our day's going. How's your day? Terrible, but nobody died. So, although our day's going pretty good, nice progress on our little project. It's something new, something different, something fun, new craft supplies. It's never a bad day when you're using some new craft supplies, gotta say. All right, let's take a look at how that's going to sit in there and how our traveling lady kind of interest we got going. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can zoom out, and you're going to see my messy desk, but that's okay. Wrong way. All right. Now, this is fun. So today we created here our little envelope, plenty of little journal spots, covered the front of our glassine bag. We can fill that with all kinds of goodies, and decorated the front of our little field journal. We'll put something on the inside too, but that will go in here. We know this time ticket is going to go in here. We'll have to come up with something creative for up here, and start getting signatures and where they go. Thank you guys. We're going to call it here for today. More to do, more to chat about, more fun, and I really hope that you crafted along and took this time out for yourself too while you're watching. To hope it sparks your creativity and you have just a little bit of quiet, relaxing crafting therapy for yourself. So I will catch you guys all next time, and thanks again for watching. Bye.